understand traveling these days is very challenging for the students. If you wish to travel right now or before your second semester or before the winter 2022 semester started, you need to prepare and bring all these required documents along with you. Don't put it in the check-in luggage. You have to bring it with you, carry on the flight with you, because you will need to present this information to the Canadian Border Services officers before they grant you a study permit. The required document to enter Canada is the COVID-19 requirements, is AirCan receipt. You need to have this one, must follow these instructions given before in the slides. And the documentation to support your vaccination. If you got the vaccination, make sure the vaccination meet the government of Canada's requirements. Only 4 vaccinations right now meet the requirement. The vaccination document has to be either in English, French, or with the certified translations if in other language. And also you have the proof of a negative COVID-19 laboratory test result. As I say, if you have this COVID-19 test, make sure your name and day and birth both on the test report, okay? So the other requirement is you have to have a valid passport, have to be valid at least within 6 months. And you need to have, if you're coming from a visa required country, you need to have a valid, the TRV, we call temporary resident visa, the sticker on your passport. If you're coming from a non-visa required country, you will have an ETA, the electronic travel authorization. That one is attached to your passport. So you don't have a sticker, it's already attached. Either it's valid for 5 years or until your passport expires. Check that one. And before you come, make sure you check your GCK account and make sure the TRV information is still stay active. Some of the students, the visa officer in some way, they inactive your TRV, that will prevent you to come to Canada. So make sure you check your GCK account to make the updating information. This is very important. Without the TRV, you may not enter Canada, okay? The other one is a valid letter of introduction. That means your study permit got approval. You will carry this letter of introduction at the border. The Canadian Border Service officer verify every document and then eventually will grant you a study permit at the port of entry. Some students already have a valid study permit. Please bring it with you along with valid TRV to be able to re-enter Canada. And the final decision whether you're allowed to come to Canada is at the description of the Canadian Border Service officer. Another one is the letter of acceptance. If you already finished 1 semester, you need to come here and bring the letter, the enrollment letter. If you're a new student for the winter semester, winter 2022, you need to bring a letter of acceptance. Okay, that's a proof you're going to starting in your winter. If you're already starting the program, please bring your enrollment letter. Of course, you can bring a letter of acceptance as a proof document. Say, this is my letter of acceptance. I got acceptance, and this is my enrollment letter. This is my second semester, or I'm in the middle of the semester to travel. And the most important part, and a lot of students ignore, is the immigration medical examination report. This one will be required to present at the border as well, along with other, COVID-19 requirements documents. Make sure you check the top right-hand side of the medical examination report issue date. I don't care about the expire date, because sometimes the laboratory probably will give you 5 or 10 years valid date. That is not correct. RCC will only look at the issue date, counting from the issue date within a 12-month call still valid. So check your issue date. We don't take a look at the expire date on your report, okay? Issue date within a 12-month still valid. If your medical report is already expired, make sure you get a new medical examination before you come to Canada. And also the proof of funds. If you already paid the tuition fee, and please make sure you bring the receipt. The receipt is available. We're talking about the next page, where to find this receipt. The officer at the border will ask you whether you have enough money to support yourself while you are living in Canada. Support yourself means you have enough money to pay the tuition fee, and you have the money to provide yourself, like pay a rent and buy groceries, etc. So if you already in the program, another approved, you are the student at Conestoga, is achievement report. If you already finished 1 program and going to the second program, a completion letter or a completion program of completion letter is one of the proof as well to show them you already finished one semester or one program. All right, let's take a look at the next one and then see where to find those documents. Passport, make sure you check whether it's valid, and the TRV, check maybe it's a sticker in your passport and issued by the RSCC. As a student, normally your TRV in the bottom will say S some one. That means it's this TRV issue based on your study permits approval. The ETA, that means electronic, it's linked to your passport. Don't worry, you won't have a sticker on your passport, but it's the officer when they check your passport and check your study permit, they will know it's linked in the system. Letter of introduction is, you can get this one on your GCK account under, the message part. You have to print this letter and carry it with you. And study permit, of course, this one, once you arrive in Canada with a letter of introduction, with all these approved document like a letter of acceptance or, enrollment letter, officer will issue you the study permit. The length of the study permit is based on the program and based on the description of the CBSA officer. Sometimes the officer will give you a very short, study permit. Don't be panicked because you are allowed to apply for extension within Canada. Come to one of the international student advisor like me or other, staff, we will help you with the extension. And academic documents such as letter of acceptance, enrollment letter, co-op, completion letter, achievement report, and timetable, all this information you have to, be able to generate or get it from your student portal. The letter of acceptance, only you can get it from your OCAS account. If your agent help you to apply for your application, make sure you get this, OCAS surname and login name to get this access to the OCAS portal to see this or download this letter of acceptance. Enrollment letter, co-op, completion letter, achievement report, timetable, all available on your student portal. You will be, able to log into your student portal with your Conestoga's student email, and you can set the time, the password. So which one is already here? You can see the letters is always under the services tab, and then you find a print a letter, go down to the page, and to be able to generate the letter. And for the achievement report, beside the service tab, we call a grades tab. You open that, click, and you will be able to see a view achievement report. Wherever you, finish one semester, you will be able to see all the grades on this achievement report. Especially the timetable, a lot of students, are very worried about like, oh, couldn't see my timetable, especially for the new students. And that is also available on your student portal under the calendars, and you will see my timetable. You will be able to, once you register, fully register, you will be able to see your timetable over there. You can just, take a screenshot to prove this is my timetable. For the new student who is starting, in winter 2022, you may not have, your timetable. You may not have your enrollment letter, but letter of acceptance will be good enough. And again, we do not provide the support letter for your travel because Conestoga is already under the COVID-19 readiness plan. We are on the plan. That means the government approves our Conestoga accepted international students from overseas. As long as you have all these required documents and meet the COVID-19 travel restrictions, you don't need a support letter to travel. So another one is I mentioned about this letter, medical reports. Make sure the issue date, look at the circle over there on the top right hand, is the issue date. You can easily find, yes, here it is the issue date. If your issue date is counting from the day issue within still 12 months, that means still valid. If your issue date, counts within 12 months, is already expired, we highly recommend you to get a new medical examination before you travel. So for the students, if you want to know the registration program, how to register yourself to get a timetable, under the bottom is a link to help you if your course basis, you can just, go to this link to find out how to, view your timetable based on the schedule availabilities. All right, let's take a look at the next one. So before you travel, we highly recommend everybody to check your document status in your IRCC GCK online account and check the last travel updates for sure, because right now during the COVID-19, IRCC tried their very best to accommodate a lot of students, travel, but the updates is sometimes, they will not, we will not be able to, share with you right away, but always request the students to responsible for your own travel and always, check the IRCC's travel updates before you're traveling. Here, Xiao already mentioned about the direct flight. Congratulations to the Indian student, because right now the direct flight is already resumed, which is a really, really good news for some of our students. So if you're taking in the right route, as Xiao also mentioned, you still need to meet the, the requirement, like if you travel through the third country, you need to make sure you have the visa and you have to meet the third country's requirements. And pre-arrival negative COVID-19 molecular test is must. And then you need to get that at before you travel to the third country, during the travel in between the third country, before you come to Canada. All right, so I wish all this information is useful, and feel free to reach out to you if you have any questions about the traveling. We are here to support you and help you. Okay. Here is the international student advisors. If you want to know who is your international student advisor to helping you with any immigration related questions, we are here. And this is the list. If you're from Dune campus, we have some different schools. Will have different international student advisors, and also the campus. You have to make sure reach out to the right international student advisor, because they know your program and they will be able to direct you to right program coordinators if you have questions. And again, we're just here to help you, and feel free always ask questions if you want to find out some information, or you don't know anything about your programs or your travels. We are here to support you. Thank you.